This is the early morning of the 25th of February 2026. Clip put up by Truth Tagger. The Epstein files are getting really crazy. Plays a little more than 17 minutes. Let's see what's in this.
What's up, y'all? It's Truth Tagger, and these Epstein files just keep getting crazier, more psycho, more insane, and more evil, and I gotta take breaks. I gotta take a few days off from looking at it just to reset myself, just to not have visceral horror from reading these things and learning these things, and learning that all the presidents and the CEOs and whatever kind of global leader, all the powerful people in the world are just complete monstrous psychos who torture children, eat children, they're cannibals, they're PDF files. It's hard to bear, it's hard to take, but I learned some even more crazy news about these Epstein files, and this is regarding Obama. And initially I probably thought he did some stuff, but, it was nothing that was on the files that we knew about. But I was watching a video, and I remembered that and this video was pointing out, that Obama's chef mysteriously drowned at Martha's Vineyard. Martha's Vineyard is one of these elitist kind of hangout places. It's not as big as Bohemian Grove. I believe it's in Massachusetts, so blue blood, elitists, former presidents, whatever, hang out there, and his chef drowns, and on accident, he drowned. Then another one of his chefs has some kind of accident on Richard Branson's island, which is right next to Jeffrey Epstein's island, and I'll unpack that a bit. Richard Branson has another island right next to Jeffrey Epstein's island. What the hell's going on there? So Richard Branson's probably another Epstein. He ain't in jail yet or anything, but the guy, Virgin Mobile, Virgin Records, Virgin CEOs, I wonder why he named it Virgin. These people I want to puke just thinking about them. I feel just disgust and just rage when I think about these people that are rulers, really, that are just absolutely corrupt and disgusting. But now his other chef, who came from South Africa, he's got a mysterious accident and dies too. Weird, huh? And then apparently a friend of that chef from South Africa says that chef was being asked to season and cook human meat to make it taste good. We're not just talking full-grown adults, we're talking babies. You got to season it right and make it right in a special way. And the video I was watching also pointed out Anthony Bourdain died under mysterious circumstances. So this could be a whole other piece of the puzzle of them getting chefs to cook babies and human beings in certain ways so it doesn't taste so bad. And I can't 100% verify or confirm this, but I am led to definitely believe this stuff. And I do want to make a point. I am more conservative, but I'm not trying to use this as a bludgeon to hit the left with or a stick to hit Obama with specifically. Trump's involved in this. The Republicans are involved. The Democrats are involved. Everybody's involved. And anybody who's using this for political right versus left warfare is pretty dumb at this point. You got to look at the facts and realize that this is everybody. This crap is everybody. But yeah, he said Michelle Obama was just eating babies like they were nothing. Obama liked the hot dogs, which is some kind of code word. They have hot dogs, shrimp, cream cheese. When I think about cream cheese, I think that refers to maybe eating like a newborn baby or something. I think about these effing people, man. Holy God. These people are just evil with a capital E, and they're Luciferians, they all worship the devil together, whatever. But that came out, and there's some dots being connected on that, and it seems like the Obamas were definitely involved in this very creepy nonsense, and it's incredibly creepy, it's incredibly bad, it's nasty. And I think about Richard Branson and how big and influential he is, and oh man, man, oh man, this stuff is bad. There's even stuff in there about Courtney Love assassinating Kurt Cobain because she was in with the global elitist Luciferian Hollywood people and people in the music industry, and Kurt saw too much and was going to say something, so they bumped him off. That's what I've heard. Again, I can't fully verify or confirm this stuff 100%, but where there's smoke, there's fire, and oh boy, is there a lot of smoke. Oh boy, is there a lot of smoke, and Prince Andrew got arrested, so hats off to the UK. They should arrest his dad, King Charles, as well, but, you know, at least they're doing something, arresting Prince Andrew, and I mean, he was one of the creepiest creeps. I mean, like, him and Bill Clinton are really in those files. Bad, 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 bad. We have not arrested Clinton yet. Oh my gosh, and they want to distract you. Trump's talking about aliens. There's aliens. We're going to release the files, the UFO files. Obama's talking about aliens too. I believe there could be extraterrestrial life. You wonder why they're both doing that at the same time. Coincidental. Two political enemies, two people who do not like each other. You know, you kind of wonder why are they both talking about aliens at the exact same time? I wonder why. It's to distract us, to get us thinking about something different and looking at something different and not at these weird creeps. Like, oh my God, dude. This stuff is so disgusting. I mean, there's a thing with Howard Lutnick, who, I mean, this one's kind of old news at this point, but I haven't spoken on it yet. He's one of Trump's advisors. He's some guy for the Republican Party or something, and, you know, they questioned him on it because he was Epstein's neighbor, and he's like, you know, I went over there with my wife, and Jeffrey looks at me, and he says, want a massage? And I was just like, ew, this guy's creepy. But then he testifies, and he's like, yeah, I went to the island with my wife and my family, and, you know, he's a major creep. And there's stuff with him about 9/11 where he mysteriously somehow, he ran a company in the World Trade Center, some kind of finance company, and, you know, mysteriously shows up late to work that day when he always shows up super early, and he would have been there, but there's some miracle he got saved, and, you know, I don't know all the details, but there's stuff in there that definitely calls 9/11 into question, and, you know, the rabbit hole with these creepy people goes very, very, very deep. I mean, these people are just, they're nasty creeps, and they're not our friends in any way, shape, or form. They're trying to fool us, they're trying to deceive us, and it's just horrible. It's horrible. It's beyond awful. It's just some of the worst. It's some of the worst stuff imaginable. It really, really is. I mean, then there's the stuff that's not on the files. What happened on Richard Branson's island? That was right next to Jeffrey Epstein's island. He's got his own island right next door to him. Like, good grief. Good gravy. These people are evil psychos. There was a thing with Lex Wessner, who was one of Jeffrey Epstein's close buddies, CEO of Victoria's Secret, too. You know, you wonder why the fashion industry is so creepy, and you wonder why they try to get children to wear sexualized outfits and stuff. Look at the people who are in charge. Lex Wessner, one of Jeffrey Epstein's close friends. And he's at this deposition in Washington, D.C. Everyone's probably seen this clip that I'm talking about. Maybe you haven't, but his lawyer whispers in his ear, he says, if you say more than 5 words, I'm going to kill you. And the mic picks it up. His own lawyer, whether that was a figure of speech or literal, I don't know. It could be literal with these people. I mean, they could bump him off for knowing too much. I don't know, but, you know, his lawyer just whispers that in his ear, and it's like, yeah, that sounds legit. Looks legit. I can trust that. And, you know, Lex Wessner went on to talk about how Epstein gave financial advice to the tech CEOs and stuff like that. And, I mean, Elon Musk is all over the Epstein files, and a lot of survivors have, survivors and victims have talked about stuff that he did, his brother did, like him and his brother both doing PDF file stuff, and I mean, all these people are just gross. All these people are gross. It doesn't matter what your political alignment is or what you really believe in and stuff. I mean, if you really look at the facts, they're all doing it together. They're all gross. They're all disgusting. I saw some stuff about Oprah in there. I saw stuff about Tom Hanks in there. I mean, these are like, some of them are people you really wouldn't expect. And then they're doing some really dark, really evil, really bad things. And there have not been very many arrests yet. There have not been very many. I mean, I think, we should execute people who are involved in this. I mean, it's so immoral, it's so evil, it's so unethical. It goes beyond the pale. Steve Bannon, who's a big right-wing advisor guy, he's big in there. Ellen DeGeneres, big Hollywood, Mrs. Nice Lady. There's a lot of stuff with her in there. And, I mean, it's everybody. Hollywood especially is in there pretty big. I mean, I think it's Hollywood. It's like, it's intelligence, like the CIA and stuff like that. And there's a lot of links to foreign governments, a lot of links to Mossad, and they're all, like, blackmailing each other. Like, that's one thing. They're all trying to, like, blackmail each other and outsnake each other, and they're all trying to be the king snake. And I guess that's how these people interact, is they just blackmail each other and stuff. And it's just like, good God. Like, good God. Like, I didn't think evil like that existed on this earth. Not only that, but those evil people become powerful, and they masquerade as these nice celebrities, these nice politicians, this person, this nice that person, and underneath it, they are just evil, they are vile, they are gross, they are disgusting, they are horrible, and, they deserve eternal damnation and worse. I mean, these people, they're not forgivable or redeemable. At that point, when you eat a baby, Jesus is not going to save you. At that point, you've already signed your contract with the devil. Your soul is null and void and not going to be saved. Because, I mean, this stuff is so gross. It's so evil. Those who blaspheme the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven on earth or in heaven. And the Holy Spirit of the Lord dwells within all of us. It dwells within children. And at some point, all of those people blaspheme the Spirit of the Lord doing this stuff. And there is a point of no return. And those people have crossed that point of no return to where they are not forgivable at all. There is no forgiveness or redemption or anything for sick people like that. I saw another thing with Chrissy Teigen, and this is back in the day, but she's making all these really creepy tweets about how she finds, like, teenage boys so hot and so cute and this and that, and now it's like, she in them files? I saw some old video get, like, re-recommended. I'm like, what's she doing? And, I always got a creepy vibe from the Hollywood people and the fashion industry and stuff like that, and it's like, for a good reason. And, I mean, the creepiness and the rot, there's college professors that are caught up in these Epstein files. I mean, it's so many people, and they're all lying. None of them are telling the truth. They're gonna lie, and lie. And good God, I mean, we should investigate Richard Branson and figure out what's happening on his island that's next to Jeffrey Epstein's island. So how many other islands do these people have? How many other islands do these weirdos freaking have? And just good God, I mean, Ghislaine Maxwell is obvious. They replaced her with a double. You look at the pictures of her in prison, her nose is different, her face is a different shape. I mean, it's like a totally different person. So they obviously swapped her out, and she's not in jail anymore. So they got to get the double out, get the real Ghislaine in there. I've heard things about Epstein where maybe they swapped him out. I don't know about if they did for Epstein or not, but for Ghislaine, it really looks like they swapped her out with a fake. And I mean, these devils, these Luciferians, these devil worshippers, these scum of the earth, despicable people who Calling them a cockroach is an insult to cockroaches. Literally, it is. Cockroaches are going to be like, dude, I'm just a cockroach. I didn't go to the Epstein Island and do all that. Like, I mean, these are beyond despicable people, beyond evil people. I mean, people who deserve the worst kind of punishment imaginable. And they did it all under our nose. And they thought we wouldn't figure it out, but we're figuring it out. We are. And we got to think about the victims, too. The children who went through this. The people who were cannibalized. Like, I mean, this is a sickness. This is beyond a sickness. And there's more names are going to come out. More people are going to come out. More stories are going to come out. More is going to be revealed. And it's going to keep on being revealed. And keep on being revealed. And they're going to have to come up with a new lie, a new distraction, a new game, a new gimmick. And before you know it, they're not going to be able to distract us anymore. They're not going to be able to come out with lies anymore. It's not going to be believed. It's all going to be laid bare. And they're going to have to face the judgment. And it's just like, I wish this stuff wasn't true. But it is. It is. And, God, this stuff is just so evil. It really is. So, yeah, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you all so much for watching.
Yeah, it is sickening. I'll attach the link. Obama's chef drowned at Martha Vineyards in a pond that does have high tide. High tide's around 11 o'clock at night when it's 8 feet deep. With the tide out, it's about 2.5 feet deep. And the chef was 6 foot tall. How does a 6 foot tall guy drown in 2 feet of water? Huh? I think he was banging one of the daughters, and Obama didn't like that. So he had him offed. You think not? Well, think whatever the hell you like. I do.